Read People Like a Book isn't just another guide on understanding body language. It's a comprehensive journey into the depths of human psychology, motivation, and behavior. Patrick King offers readers a unique lens through which to view the people around them, not just by observing what's on the surface, but by understanding the myriad of factors influencing those observable behaviors. Whether you're a novice looking to gain insight into human behavior, or someone familiar with psychological concepts seeking practical applications, this book promises to transform the way you see and interact with others. Chapter 1. In Chapter 1 of Read People Like a Book by Patrick King, the importance of understanding people's motivations and behaviors is introduced as a fundamental aspect of effective interaction. The chapter lays the groundwork by providing background information on basic psychological principles. It delves into the work of psychologist Abraham Maslow and his hierarchy of needs, illustrating how established psychological research offers a framework for comprehending human drives and behaviors. King emphasizes that grasping people's underlying motivations, which stem from their needs and past experiences, is essential for accurately interpreting their words and actions in the present. He suggests that true skill in reading people requires going beyond surface-level cues to discern the psychological factors influencing someone's behavior. Overall, the chapter argues that a solid understanding of foundational psychology is crucial for developing the ability to read people accurately, positioning this knowledge as essential context for deciphering verbal and nonverbal cues explored further in the book. Chapter 2. Chapter 2 shifts the focus to interpreting basic nonverbal cues, particularly body language and facial expressions, as windows into people's thoughts and emotions. This chapter initiates readers into the realm of reading nonverbal behavior at a surface level, offering examples of how certain physical actions, such as fidgeting or avoiding eye contact, can reveal underlying emotional states like anxiety. However, the insights presented are described as straightforward and common-sense observations rather than requiring deep analysis. The chapter serves as an introductory exploration of interpreting nonverbal signals, providing foundational principles for making sense of body language and facial expressions to deduce the message being conveyed. While the techniques covered are basic, they offer readers a starting point for developing their skills in reading people, with more advanced analysis likely to be addressed in subsequent chapters, building upon this introductory framework. Chapter 3. Chapter 3 delves into the intricacies of personality and coping mechanisms, shedding light on how individuals navigate their emotions through various coping strategies. The chapter outlines 7 common coping mechanisms, including denial and repression, which offer valuable insights into an individual's personality and their typical responses to emotional challenges. By familiarizing oneself with these coping styles, readers can gain a deeper understanding of the motivations behind people's behaviors. Described as accessible psychological concepts, these coping mechanisms serve as a foundational framework for interpreting the connection between internal emotional struggles and outward actions. In essence, Chapter 3 serves to empower readers with the ability to recognize patterns between personality traits, coping mechanisms, and observable behaviors, enhancing their capacity to read people more accurately and empathetically. Chapter 4. The focus shifts to addressing the inherent unreliability and uncertainties involved in reading body language and nonverbal cues in Chapter 4. King repeatedly cautions readers about the potential inaccuracies in their assessments of nonverbal behavior throughout the book, dedicating an entire chapter to underscore the limitations of interpreting body language. By emphasizing the imperfect nature of people reading abilities, King aims to temper readers' expectations and highlight the reality that even with learned techniques, misinterpretations are inevitable. However, the extensive focus on the unreliability of reading body language may risk undermining readers' confidence in the material being taught. Despite this cautionary tone, the chapter serves as a reminder that while valuable, interpreting nonverbal cues remains an imperfect science with room for error. King appears to strive for a balanced perspective, ensuring readers maintain realistic expectations about the insights they can glean from body language. Nonetheless, the emphasis on limitations could potentially overshadow the efficacy of the tools and principles covered elsewhere in the book. Without direct quotes or detailed paraphrasing of the chapter contents, this interpretation is based on inferred main arguments from available descriptions, requiring more context from the book for comprehensive analysis of King's perspective on the uncertainties of reading body language. Chapter 5. In Chapter 5, the final installment of Read People Like a Book by Patrick King, the emphasis is on summarizing the core lessons from the book and offering practical advice for applying the acquired people reading skills. King advocates for the technique of thin slicing, urging readers to focus intensely on the individual they aim to understand while filtering out extraneous distractions. This approach involves not only scrutinizing the subject's body language and expressions, but also considering their personal environment and possessions to gain a comprehensive understanding of their character. The chapter likely reviews the main techniques introduced in the book for analyzing and interpreting nonverbal cues to decipher people's thoughts, feelings, and motivations. It probably stresses the significance of context in reading people accurately, cautioning against hasty judgments based on isolated behaviors. King is likely to underscore the importance of regular practice to refine one's ability to read people effectively across different scenarios. Ultimately, Chapter 5 serves as a guide for consolidating the acquired knowledge and implementing it in real-life situations, encouraging readers to synthesize various nonverbal signals to construct a nuanced understanding of individuals. While the provided information offers a glimpse into the chapter's overarching themes, a more comprehensive understanding would require direct quotes or detailed descriptions from the book itself.